Hello everyone, it is the 15th anniversary of Redmen TV on YouTube, and we thought what better way to celebrate? Well, we could go through all the best moments that we've ever been through, all the great interviews, the great pieces of content, but no, instead we're going to go through our most embarrassing moments of broadcasting on Redmen on YouTube. Great, join us. I'm Paul Machin, I am joined by Chris Pajak, by Steve Hall. We are the Redmen. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been doing a bit of this over the years. We've done some of this stuff on live shows, but we were thinking, like, what do we do? What's the best way for us to celebrate this? And I think the messages went, Chris, should we just do the embarrassing moments stuff? So here we are.
Okay, I don't even remember the messages.
Yeah, that's how busy life is.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the anniversary.
Yeah.
Well done, you two.
No, I mean, amazed that we're still alive, let alone still broadcasting. Not been cancelled.
I know.
Just yet.
It's been close.
It's been close.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
It's been close a couple of times.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm thankful you didn't get cancelled because I got a job. Yeah. This time last year, it was about roughly this time last year when the pitchforks are out because the Jurgen Klopp stuff as well. So we even got through that. And here we are a year later, about to win the Premier League.
Yeah, we've managed to avoid being cancelled for being knobheads, which is hard because we're knobheads.
Oh, I mean, the amount of times we mess up. I mean, you mess up. Okay, I mess up.
We all have a turn. I don't know what order these videos are coming in. So Joe is producing. We're going to be at the whims of Joe Baker on this one. So Joe, do you want to tee up the first clip?
Use the mic check for us. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Right.
You've got to add context to this one, Paul.
So I'm gonna have to ask Steve to unbury himself from his hoodie. Most people will know, Liverpool fans and real Liverpool fans will know that was Liverpool legend Howard Gale that you, Steve Hall, were interviewing professionally as a Liverpool related pundit.
Oh, it makes me skin crawl every time I see that video or hear that video.
So just to clarify, where were you? And what the fuck was going on
So
there?
hang on, before you do that, this is journalist Steve Hall before he came to Redmen TV.
Professional journalist, Steve Hall.
I hate it so much.
Why? Okay. Yeah.
No, ask the question. Let me explain the situation and then I'll ask the question. You know that's Howard Gale. Fantastic.
Yeah.
1-0 to you on the game of recognising Howard Gale. I had no idea. So the context of that was we were at a charity event at Anfield. Me and producer Joe, ironically it was Joe again, set up camera, microphone, and we were told by like one of the organisers of the event, Liverpool legends are going to be here. We'll bring them to you. You can interview them. Can you ask them a little bit about the charity? Get some, try and raise some more money. You can ask them about Liverpool, their careers, whatever it is. And I was like, sound, no problem. So at first they brought up David Fairclough, and obviously David Fairclough, super sub. Had a little chat about him, talked at the time about Liverpool strikers and stuff like that. Jobs are good and see you later. I think Alan Kennedy might have been next. I obviously knew who that was. Ironically, Paul Gorst from the Liverpool Echo got brought to me. I was like, I like Gorst. He had a little chat with him. And then I heard someone say to me, I heard a mumble, so it's just turned up unexpected to hear. Do you want to speak to them? And I said, oh yeah, absolutely no problem at all.
I'll speak to anyone, mate.
Yeah. I might not know who they are, but I'll speak to them.
Content. Yeah. So I thought, yeah, absolutely. Let's bring
up that like we were, content. Anyone wondering about the quality of Redmen TV content? This is what we've been teaching people all these years. Fine, whatever. Just get it out there.
Well, no, because you don't have to use it. There were I remember that. Funny, there's another one. They brought over some like random supporters who were like, and some rich guy who was just donating to the charity, and that never saw the light of day. It was rubbish. He was bladdered. But anyway, so they bring. It turns out Howard Gale, but the organiser, they're in such a rush, there's so much going on, he just walks over and goes, Steve, this is, and that's all I heard, and I was like, oh, nice.
His name's defo not
nice to meet you, mate. Nice to meet you. And it's, obviously, I just see some guy in a hat, and he's standing there, and I said, do us a favour, and I thought I've got a perfect plan. I don't know who this is. Obviously he's played for Liverpool, but I can't say to him, who are you? That me organiser's gone. I don't think Joe really knew what was going on here at this point.
Joe says he did.
Yeah, but Joe was behind the camera. He had no way of communicating to me
without sign language.
Yeah, without insinuating. So I said, here's your microphone, mate. And I went, do us a favour, can you just do a mic test? And I went, can you just say your name and count to 5? So I went, Steve Ho, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that okay, Joe? And Joe went, yeah. And I went, can you do it, please? And he went, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he didn't say his name. So I had to then do the interview. And I'm sure, I heard, like, when the fella introduced him, I heard the ow sound. So I thought, hello, and I go, hello, I'm here with Owie. And then just interviewed him about current Liverpool. Didn't ask him about his career. Yeah. Asked him nothing. It's dreadful.
Can we watch it again, please? Because now with the context, I think it makes a lot more sense.
The panic in my voice and my face. See?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, it's so bad.
I would love to see like the crash zoom into your brain, and it's you going, what am I going to ask him? What am I going to do?
I talked about like Liverpool now. Yeah, I asked nothing about his career. I asked, thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting the charity. Oh yeah, nice one. Blah blah blah. What do you think about Liverpool now and stuff? I think it was like during. Was it last season? I can't remember when it was, but it was like the obvious stuff, like the easy answers, and then just moved on. And I remember going to Joe, who the fuck was that? And Joe just burst out laughing. He was like, Howard Gale. I was like, oh my God, Howard Gale. I know him. I've heard of him. I just don't know what he looks like. Anyway, occasionally I walk in the office and someone just plays that. It's never ever not annoyed me or made me skin crawl. And I try not to react because I think it's like, if I don't react, it won't happen. But because I can't, I just wince every so often. Yeah, that was bad.
Everyone, I think we've all probably had similar sort of
What would you
moments.
have done? Would you have asked to do what? In that situation,
I would
advice?
have, honestly, right, from that video, it doesn't look like you asked him to say his name. You just said, can I have a mic check, please?
Before that I did.
Yeah, I'd have reiterated by saying your name. And if he didn't, I'd go, I don't think that's working. Make him just say your name. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again.
Or I mean, again, and I've had this. Because I'm terrible. I'm terrible with names. Like genuinely, it's one of my huge weaknesses of like my memory. I'm pathetic with it. But and then because I know that, I don't trust myself remembering people's names all of the time. So if I'm ever unsure, I'll just go. I'll find a way to sidle off and just go to someone who definitely knows and go, can I just confirm that? But I used to write names on top of agendas and all kinds to make sure that I
do that, but when I wasn't told, he wasn't meant to be there, so he wasn't on the list of names.
He's supposed to be here.
The list of names, I'd been told David Fairclough, Alan Kennedy, and John Barnes actually was as well. But like Abigail just turned up, I think, just why not? Night out, 3 nights out. Just awful.
So it wasn't an affectionate owie.
It was a. Can I say something that sounds like your name without insulting you? So
can we play it one more time?
Stop playing it. Why do we?
Use the mic check for us. 1, 2, 1, 2.
It just counts. Just say your fucking name.
I was a look to your phone. Is that your phone in there? Did you get out?
Yes.
It's like I'm looking for a saviour there. Can I Google? Is there anything I can Google here last second? No, because I've got no information to input.
That list on my phone was the list of people who were coming.
Okay.
And I was just checking, is there a name on there that I might have... No.
It's definitely not David Fairclough.
I know it's not John Barnes, unless he's lost a lot of weight. I know John, but so, yeah, I was in trouble there.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays you could probably just take a photo and ask Google who that is.
Yeah, Google Lens will tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, just
As it was, you fucked it. That's fine.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, my skin crawls watching that for you, mate.
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm not great with cringe.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Roll VT.
Next.
One corner to save Liverpool's season.
Oh, is this me? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
From Trent.
Alison Are you fucking for real? Footballer! Fucking Liverpool Football Club! So that's me taking my top off.
First thing I've noticed about it, the set is way better now.
Miles
yeah, there you go. That's what it is.
Why did I take my top off?
Was you a little bit still insane from lockdown?
Yeah, definitely.
Because your hair is wild. Yeah. You look like a man who's been through lockdown.
Well, that would have been like lockdown 2 or 3 by that point, probably as well. Like, God knows. But did we have the fake grass on the floor still then? That's entirely possible.
Because taking your shirt off,
you can lose a nipple that way. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. So the thought process.
I've got too many clothes on.
I am far too dressed for this situation.
Our goalkeeper has just scored, and I've got way too many clothes on. And you want, in fact, chairs? Who needs chairs? There's the floor. I can just jump on the floor.
Naked. Oh,
do you regret it?
Yeah, a bit. Like, because.
Everyone's seen your nipple.
Yeah.
And you got no money for it. Not even like your paid content.
I'm not saying I would have made my fortune on OnlyFans or whatever, but like lockdown was the time to do it. The very simple process, because I've just seen Alisson Becker score a header that wins a football match, and that's the worst part about that, is that because watch-alongs are not real, they're not us commentating really on the match. You can't. It's always out of context.
Yeah.
It's always, you've got to look in the corner and go, is that a West Bromwich Albion badge I see in there? And then judge on the long hair, and I'll be, that looks very locked down hair that he's got there. And you've got to know that. So yeah.
Or some Liverpool fan has just gone mental on the internet because somebody has scored a winner against West Brom, not necessarily the goalkeeper.
No,
because most people don't watch the videos with sound.
Or some bird has just done a Boss video, and I've really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like that's the Abby Clancy quite clearly would have thought that some girl called Alison was doing a Boss video. Like, you know what I mean? That's the level of those things. So yeah, me jumping around effectively but we're watching the telly. I took my top off. I think it wasn't the guy.
Have you ever took your top off
at the game?
No. For other sporting moments.
No, never.
Have you ever been so happy, like, got a great birthday present? I just took my top off.
Yeah, I can honestly say. Like,
Street Fighter!
I've been present for the birth of both my children, and at no point did I feel even remote age to take my top off and celebrate.
It's a girl! It's a girl!
Get to that point, though.
Yeah, maybe in the build-up, like, but again, not to celebrate finishing, Chris. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you go, and I'm spent. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just come whipping off like a Machin, top off for the vinegar strokes, like, you know what I mean?
God, I've still got my socks on.
I definitely kept my socks on.
I think everyone went insane. I think you can be excused for going a little bit crazy in lockdown because, like. Yeah, like people learned how to bake. Some people like learned to how. Everyone bought a dog. Yeah, everyone got the garden.
So in lockdown, lockdown for me was bake banana bread, extended the kitchen, and
take me top off.
Took me top off on the internet for money, technically. So yeah, it was very on brand when you think about it for lockdown. The answer is the thought process, and again, you don't really have a thought process in the, like your planned content. Just Joe, would you just play it back again?
Backwards.
One corner to save Liverpool's season.
Robson Carney.
In swinging from Trent. Alisson Becker!
Okay, so thanks, mate.
No, leave it
on. My immediate reaction was, because I think I dropped to my knees. The desk was going to come up, but like the desk can't happen. So it was like, and that's just, some people would have just thrown the desk over and dealt with the consequences. Whereas there was enough of me there to go, don't break everything. So it was just, I had the energy kind of had to go somewhere.
I was impressed by how quick you got your top off. It's like,
I'd have had a t-shirt under there as well. Yeah.
It's like in one stroke, I usually get my arm stuck, my head gets stuck. You know what I mean? Like,
normally your belly comes out trying to take the hoodie off, so at least I could go full hog with it. Like, if I was just trying to take it off and leave the t-shirt on, I'd have probably done half the job anyway. So yeah, there
and
you go.
if you can see how quick he took the t-shirt off, you want to see how quick he takes my bra off. I'm telling you, boom, like that.
just with a glance.
Never been a skill I've possessed that.
Haven't you the one-handed thing? Oh, mate, I can do that.
Practicing on your mum's ones at home?
No, my own.
Okay.
What's next?
What is next?
Chris can't be there. He's a broken man. He
can't be there?
booked a family holiday.
2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
He really did.
So
That's Jurgen Klopp.
that is.
Why is Jurgen Klopp laughing in your face with his pearly white teeth?
I don't fucking know. No, I do know. Because I'm a tit, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's always been that I'm a tit, and it's nice of my best mate to go over to Jurgen Klopp and make him laugh at me. I always feel great when I think about that. Isn't that great? You just want a little bit of love and support when you're in a time of need, and your best mate goes, yeah, you know what he needs? Laughing at by the Liverpool manager, the fella that he adores more than anybody in this world right now.
Context?
I think it's clear that I had a 2 and a 4-year-old that I booked a holiday abroad with when Liverpool were playing in a Champions League final.
Not just a Champions League final.
The
as it turns
Champions
out.
League final, the one that they won, number 6 in.
So
and
context is, Jurgen says, I'll see you at the final, and then you tell Jurgen Chris can't be there because he's an idiot and booked a holiday. Yeah. And rather than show you sympathy, the Liverpool manager laughed in your face.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I still stand by it to this day. Because I couldn't fathom that you'd not sacked the holiday off. So I just thought maybe Jurgen, because he's just fucking weird and nice, might go like, oh, well, I can sort. I don't know. I honestly, like, maybe he'll just throw out a random, like, well, you can come with the team, Chris. You know, come, we love you. Like, and instead he really?
It's like the count of Sesame Street. It's like 6 ducks. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's pretty kind. There's loads worse than that.
At least you've done nothing worse on the internet. That's more embarrassing.
Yeah, there's loads. If that's the end of it, we're sound here.
I'm not sure it is.
If only it could be, but it's not.
Right. I'm not in a good place right now.
No shit.
I've lost 3 weeks on the bounce. They tell me I look fabulous. I don't agree with them.
You look like gold dust.
Yeah. Okay. I spoke too soon. I think it's fair to say. I spoke too soon. There is no context for that.
I'm just a man in drag.
Lockdown was a weird time.
All of us.
I'm just a man in drag.
That's what I do. I didn't have pants on in that video either. I was just in a t-shirt and drag.
So you're a man in full makeup.
Yeah.
That's not full makeup. That's like
it's drag makeup.
Yeah, exactly. That's makeup plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I quite enjoyed it getting done to me, though, The girl, it was one of Tom's mates, I think, wasn't it, who came in and did it? Because obviously you end up talking about Liverpool on YouTube and you end up in drag occasionally. Just one of those days, I suppose, more than anything else at this point. Anyway, he came in and she's doing it to her or something. It's quite relaxing, actually. You get to spend some time in your own thoughts and yada, yada, yada. And sort of forget, actually, what's happening. And I'm like, oh, it's... you drift away and it's like, oh, I'm just getting makeup made for telly type of thing. And I'm going to look better. And then you look in the mirror and it's like, oh no, I'm in full drag here. I've got like fucking slugs on top of my eyes, pink bits and shimmery bits.
Who knew? It's very on trend this at the moment.
Yeah. Now they'd be tattooed on.
Oh God, yeah.
You did say you thought you looked fabulous at the time.
No. I said, I've been told I look fabulous.
And then you said, I agree, you said though.
Yeah, I think you could tell I was lying. I think you could tell by my voice and general demeanour.
I've seen that video before.
Yeah.
Not the easiest wank.
I've got to say, Steve,
in your private folder, is it like? Yeah.
Listen, I do agree with you on that. It was a really tough wank.
Sensational. Question.
Okay.
What happened when we were finished with that shoot?
I don't remember.
Did you wipe the makeup off immediately?
I very much doubt it.
Okay.
Did you go home with it?
I don't know.
Did you drive home with it?
Chris went home with it.
That's amazing. Like, is that to like make the kids laugh and your wife laugh? Would you even have kids then? It was a long time ago, that wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I genuinely can't even remember going.
That's a great idea. But like, what happens if like you crashed on the way home?
you end up in an accident, you get locked up.
He's right though. I did go over it because I remember thinking when I was driving home, like you stopped at the lights, aren't you? Thinking, hi, hi, beautiful.
I think about the amount of times we've been out in public and people have just seen us doing stuff. And like there was one where we went out for a staff night out around Sevy Park on Lark Lane, and we got on scooters to go into town, we were at the lights and people driving past going, Redman, and I just thought, imagine being that person who pulls up at the traffic lights and looks over and there's Chris Page from Redmen TV in full drag. Look, you'd probably think you'd had a fucking mental break or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. Can we just see it again?
Right,
You look like if Gold Dust
I'm not in a good place right now.
had a kid.
I've lost 3 weeks on the bounce. tell me
I mean, there's things that I like about it now. Like the contouring's excellent. It definitely slims me down. I'm not sure the colour of the lips goes particularly well with the eyeshadow, if I'm honest, if I'm being picky. I think the red and the pink's probably a little bit too much. I'd probably have just gone with one colour. I do also like the fact that, you know, my hairline's not as bad as it is today, although you can see it making a hasty retreat at times.
Excellent stuff. Absolutely excellent.
How did you end up in drag? We haven't really established
I
that.
lost the fantasy football game.
Obviously, yeah. So 15 years ago when you were sat talking about Redmen and you're in your house and you're going, we're going to talk about Liverpool, we're going to make videos on the internet. How long after that 15 years ago was I'm in drag on the internet?
But this is funny because when we started, it was half a sketch show. So, you know, like there's loads of footage of us. Like there's one of Chris doing a Frank Lampard impression in like an England vest, which cushions up it to make him look fat. You know, and we used to do stupid...
Don't need those cushions anymore. Just doing it in England now.
But this is like years after that, and it was let's bring back some of the fun stuff. I'm interested to know, people at home, if you missed the Redmen TV stupid stuff or not, because we've become just a podcast and just talk about the footy and stuff. Whereas that was a very small part of what we used to do, and that was almost the last big hurrah. There are some exceptions and some examples in later, more recent years of us doing stuff, but yeah.
I love the Aladdin stuff, to be honest with you.
Is that even? I don't think we've even got that, have we? Or have we?
We definitely won't have that on this. It was too long and too good and too.
Is that what you just decided? Oh, that was
lockdown again.
Director of football.
Was that a lockdown thing?
Yeah,
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Was that lockdown?
Yeah, I was at home.
Tom was pulling his hair out with like my direction on that type of stuff of what I wanted and all that type of stuff. He was fuming with me.
You did. Was it the Will Smith version of
Never
Had a Friend Like Me?
Yeah. Lockdown.
Okay. One for people to search through the archives for. Joe, next.
I swallow cum. I swallow cum. I swallow cum says 5.
He's gone and he may never come.
Oh my God!
You've just said ice will come on the internet. Now you've gone under the desk. Get away.
I've also.
Off.
Also, I think added to my most embarrassing moment because I think I've got my shoelace tied around. Oh no, it's come free. The wheel on the shoe. Okay, we're all right. We're good.
The perils of reading everything you see on the internet.
Honestly, yeah. I'm
reading
it out loud first.
Seeing that was the best lesson I've ever had because I was relatively new to Redmen when like the live thing. It was never really live. It was always when I first started. It was like you'd edit it, and if someone said something mad, I'd get away with it. But then it started going live, so that's the player ratings.
That was player ratings, yeah. And
you just read someone's comment out, and his name is Ice Wallow.
Come.
Well, isn't it one? I can't remember. Yeah.
C-O-M-E.
C-O-M-E, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you say it all at once, it's...
Yeah. All I can say is, I've got to tip your hat to that one. It was a good one, wasn't it? To be fair,
those moments, and you can see it in like your reaction to it, where again, it's the watching it all go through your... Because Chris Page cannot hide what he's feeling and what he's thinking from his face. And you get to see that moment of like, can I internet that? Can I claw that back from the world?
That's
No,
been interneted.
that is out there in the world.
Very much
However
interneted.
many hundreds of people who watched that live saw it, and it was done. But you're also a man who respects
The game.
the hustle.
It was a good one, wasn't
Game
it?
knows game.
To be fair. I don't know if I've ever done anything like that, no, but I can just respect the fact that that was brilliant.
It's a great prank.
Pants down big time.
Whoever it was brilliant. I just...
I'd love to know who it was.
I can tell you what it was. It was Atletico Madrid, I'm sure, when we played that. And I just got a message, and something had gone wrong. And I was in the WhatsApp group, and then your reply was, "It could be worse. Chris has just told the internet that his followers come live." And I was thinking, how's that happened? And then I had to go back and watch it. I was crying. It was so funny. It was a brilliant, absolutely brilliant day, that.
Not in the least bit embarrassing.
Absolutely fine. Next.
It's a great honour to be a Liverpool player right now. It's a dream come true. As a boy,
Alisson was the first time I got
wants to
naked
win the
on
trophy, the
YouTube.
Premier League trophy. So the fact that I've done it with Liverpool is a great honour.
You scored today? Tell us about the goal.
Yeah, you know, it's always great to get on the goal on the score sheet. To be honest with you,
in the background on this as
the back
well.
post, a lofted ball over, just rose up there, headed it down.
We can see some of your teammates are celebrating already.
What's going on?
There's a lot going on.
Celebration.
I'm a pretty quiet lad, so I'm not sure what's going to be happening. I'm sure the lads have got something going on, so I'll be joining in that. Not too much.
We've got the Champions final room, so obviously the celebrations can't be too heavy.
Definitely, you know, we've got one more game to go with that, and it's a big game, and we want to win that as well.
So, guys, context. That is the real Emil Heskey.
That is Emil Heskey.
And we are actually live behind him. We didn't edit two things together in that one. That actually happened, and he had no fucking clue.
Context.
Yeah, Champ Manager series, the best thing we've ever done. We talk about it all the time. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Emil Heskey graciously agreed to come in, and because he come in, we actually got a few episodes of bits from him. There's the main episode he's in, which is earlier on in the series, but we had we were able to get some other bits from him anyway. That bit, I'm a huge Austin Powers fan. So the bit where he walks around naked and you can't see him because he's holding various things. So I kind of had that, and then
Sloshes and
yeah,
pouring of the tea and.
But that's me obviously in a pair of light coloured boxies, and then I had a big long flesh coloured sock sticking out the end that was weighted. But we didn't know this at the time. I just thought Emil was into it. And then, years later, Emil came back into the studio and we did a podcast with him, and we got him to watch the episodes with us, and he'd never seen them after the fact, and he had no fucking idea that we'd basically done that to him. It never occurred to me that it might be quite embarrassing for a former Liverpool player to have a dick flapping about behind his head.
Can I ask a question?
He was stunned.
Can I ask you a question? It wasn't the most blurred thing I've ever seen.
No, it was a difficult. Look, our graphical capabilities have probably stepped up a little bit since then. It could have been done better. You'd CGI that now. But honestly, I like the gag. I didn't, and it was until I did it. And again, there's just something about yeah, and then you realise that it. Yeah, I mean, I know it's blurred, but I'm still effectively in it, just me boxies
On the internet.
Yeah,
Emil
teabagging.
Heskey's here. I've got too many clothes.
So actually, in answer to your earlier question, what's the only other situation that would encourage me to celebrate? Fucking Emil Heskey is coming to film with us. What a joyous occasion.
To be fair, we won the Prem.
We did, yeah. Yeah, we were celebrating a Premier League win. God knows what I'm going to do at the end of this season if and when that happens.
Honestly, if you're near him and you need a T-shirt, chances are you're going to find one.
Fist myself on the fucking internet in celebration, you know what I mean? What comes
With
then?
that weighted sock.
Yeah, I've not even seen that back properly. Yeah.
Is that embarrassing?
It's good to know in some regards that when you often look at pictures or videos of yourself in the past and you go, God, I was fit then. I don't have that concern. At least I can look back at that and go, I'm no worse than that now. that's absolutely fine. So yeah, there you go. If you ever think that me getting my nipples out for Alison, I did that instinctively. That I scripted that.
You chose to be naked.
I fucking chose to do that.
Me and that trophy shared some good times.
Yeah, I love that series. Joe, are there any more? That is it.
Oh, good.
Whose is the worst? I think mine's like the skin crawliest.
Yeah.
I hate mine.
Yeah. I'd want to be eaten by a shark if that happened to me.
Yes.
Okay, if you had to relive the moments again, telling the internet that you are a big fan of ingesting semen, or interviewing a Liverpool legend but not knowing their name.
I think the context around Chris is you can just someone got me. No one got me.
You got you.
I just a lack of knowing what a guy looks like got me.
Yeah,
it's cringy. Like I must admit the makeup isn't great. Like from a visual,
but that's fine. There was a reason for it. It wasn't like I didn't script that.
No,
I didn't script to get dragged.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
we haven't got the footage anymore because you've deleted it. Your ultimate cringe moment?
Yeah, it's gone.
Can I mention it?
No.
Too late now. What is it? You have to tell me. You know, yeah, just tell me.
No. Chris understands how it feels because Chris has done something much, much worse.
Yeah, it's gone.
What is it?
All evidence of has been deleted.
Well, I'll just say, Chris interviewed Lothar Matthäus.
Yeah.
One of the greatest footballers ever to grace planet Earth, and tried to basically do him in like an interview. Tried to have a gotcha moment, like a Dennis Pennis style. I'm going to stitch you up with a funny question here, and
stitched himself up.
Absolutely,
he just stitched himself.
Put a shotgun in his own mouth and shot his own head off.
It's cringier than yours.
It just doesn't exist.
The other stuff doesn't really bother me, if I'm being honest. Like I do have quite a high threshold for that, but when it hits my threshold, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I think visually yours are probably worse. Like you've got your tits out and you're in makeup, but like mine from like a.
I'd rather die than relive that moment again. That is what that you've got there is and you've got with Lothar is in the shower screaming internally whilst having a shower moment.
I can never hear his name, see his face, hear a story about him without just going. I just can't.
There we go.
It's bad. What's the most embarrassing thing in your life that's been recorded on Redmen? Because I think
a couple of times,
what?
I've shit myself a couple of times. Not great that.
As an adult?
Yeah. Oh. So that's not great. Have you?
Nope. I mean, this was no. This was not part of the script. Absolutely no.
I've been done again. That was sorry. No, I was just reading the comments out from Ice. Ice hit my elf.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you rascals! You got him again. There we go. We have bared our souls for you guys at home. I hope you've enjoyed Redmen TV over the last 15 years. How long have you been watching for? And I want to know in the comments, what are your actual favourite moments? What are the moments that you go back to, or maybe you've rewatched or anything like that? Let us know, and maybe over the course of the coming weeks and months, we'll revisit some of our actual really good moments as well that don't make us want to die inside. Yes, thank you so much. Plenty more to come. Because of Liverpool challenging for the title, it's meant that we kind of like, this has fallen at the most awkward time of the season. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a year of 15th anniversary celebrations for Redmen. So stay tuned to the socials. And stay tuned, of course, to the YouTube channel and to redmenplus.com as well. If you want to see us live and in the flesh, if you're not watching this in a year's time, then, of course, come and join us at the Red Weekender. We are live on the Saturday before the season finishes. Head to the redweekender.com. Link will be in the description for tickets. We're doing Family Fortunes with Les Dennis and the Dalglish family.
Talk about like asking what 9-year-old Paul Machin, Chris Pajak, or 6-year-old Steele would think if we told them that you were going to be playing Family Fortunes with Les Dennis with the Dalglish family. My word, this could be the greatest moment in Redmen TV history, and you have to be there for it because it'll be live.
Counterpoint. there's a chance it gets embarrassed. Like someone fucks this up. That could be worse. Google the names. I cannot forget the Dalglish family's names. I know 2 of them, 3 of them. I might be in struggle. Yeah.
Lauren, Marina.
There you go.
We'll see. Yes, do go and grab your tickets for that while they are there, because they will sell out. It's going to be the biggest party in the history of the city of Liverpool. So hopefully we'll see you guys there. Plenty more to come from us in the meantime, and hopefully Liverpool celebrating the league title before long as well. And will I take my top off? Only time will tell on that one. Thank you so much. See you all soon. Ta-ra.